Musically, Fable has to have so many different elements because the game is not just one style. It has a fairy tale element, it has a sinister element, there's happiness, there's sadness, there's evil and darkness. We decided quite early on to make sure that all those elements were in the music, so we couldn't just have one style. But what we did decide to do was to have a theme running through, a thread of a theme running through all the music, so there was still some sort of continuity through the whole thing.
I say, quite nice. That paves the path.
Danny Elfman was involved quite early on. Once he'd seen the game, he agreed that it was a great project to work on. And in his previous styles from previous films fitted perfectly with what we wanted. So we got Danny to write us a 3-minute theme, which we're going to use over the intro.
Yeah, let's do one more from the top. It's just time for me to say goodbye.
That's right. Thank you very much.
It's going to be in the Xbox, Microsoft games all over the world instantly. Believe it or not, it's a new generation of games. Thanks. I'm going to run out of here and see you on stage.
We wanted to make the use of music in Fable much more subtle, in a way that you weren't listening to music, you were actually just getting the feel of the music behind what you were playing. So when you enter regions which are either quite sinister or threatening, we decided we'd bring threads of the music in, but overlaid on top of the original score. That way you get a sense that something's about to happen, but you're not quite sure. Other ways we use the music were to bring danger elements into the music. So if you were really under threat, we could make that apparent. And of course, there's the pure combat style of music. So when you were actually deep within a fight, we could then bring out the fight elements of the music as well. So the music played a big part in conveying the emotion. Fable is a very organic game. It's based around hearing things which aren't only to do with music, and other elements of the game audio are extremely important. You have to hear the audio cue.
You've achieved an excellent score.
You have to hear the dialogue. You have to hear certain effects in the overall ambience to make sure you're getting a feel for what the region is like. And writing music for a game is very much based on that. The music is really important in conveying the atmosphere in a region that the hero enters. A prime example of what I've just been talking about is actually the graveyard, and the graveyard obviously has a very distinctive feel about it. When you go into the graveyard, you know that there's a real sense of foreboding there and indeed danger. Now, Oak Vale is where the hero was born and bred. It's a place where he feels extremely comfortable. It's very quaint, so we wanted to give the place a feeling of being happy, but not overly happy, just a nice, relaxing, pleasant place to live. The music for Witchwood has quite a quirky feel about it, and the reason for that is that the villagers are not overly friendly. They see you as a stranger. Play the game through to the end, because there are a lot of real musical treats coming. You can walk around new regions 20 hours into the game, so keep playing. There are some real musical treats to come.